And we are recording. Amazing. So this is Atomicrops. This is a fucking fantastic game that I learned to play a long time ago and have been continuing to learn how to play for ages since. Let me just get the sound real quick. Yeah. Sorry for that headphone blast. I'll probably just edit that out of the VOD. Anyways, yeah, this game is awesome. It is a bullet hell farming simulator combination. And, yeah, so as you can see, I'm fairly fast. That's because I'm playing as the character that makes you fast. Hold on, why is she fast too? Oh, right, because I'm in the hub. Anyways, there's a bunch of characters. We have Lavender, Rye, Robusta, who I'm playing as, Dandelion, Thyme, and Oregacrow. Now this guy is actually from the DLC, but I bought the DLC, so I can play as him. Amazing. I barely ever buy the DLC for games. I have to really, really like something for me to want to like pay more for it than the base price. Anyways, they all have their own. They all have their own like ways of doing things. All these people move at the regular speed, but Robusta's entire thing is he starts with a drone, which we'll see, and everything is faster. So it literally just doubles the game speed. Now I'm gonna check and make sure that I'm not fucking blasting everything with this sound. So how's this? I'm gonna assume it's good. Yeah, this is still definitely a test stream. So as you can see, I played this game a fucking lot. I've got all the achievements, which took forever, and all of this stuff gives you a good bit of this stuff gives you extra. It gives you extra statistics. It gives you stat bonuses. So do these guys. These like anthills, these different anthills. These are the home improvements. There's a lot of these. You spend cornucopias up here in the top left to get them. And now that I'm in the end game, everything looks like this. I have all the different cat plushies because I have all the different cats. We'll get into the cats in a second. I have all the statues. I've beaten all of the mega bosses. Or the mega mini bosses. These are my incredible cats, and this is the cat trader. So this is what you spend cornucopias on in the end game, and it's definitely not a huge slog. It's essentially just something to have to do. It's something to have for you to do while you work on other things. And each of these cats, they give you like tiny little bits of like boost to your stats. And otherwise it's totally random. Anyways, 0.03% bark skin per cat, which is your chance to not take damage from an attack. So I have 0.12% bonus to my bark skin chance. And I have been playing this game for years. That's not true. Well, I have, but I've just recently gotten back into it. And yeah, I've just recently gotten back into it. And it's really, really good still. It's really hard. Anyways, there's also the year. So it goes from 1 to 10. And I've beaten all these. I actually beat year 10 with Robusta because that's one of the achievements. Where is it? Yeah, beat year 10 with Robusta. That was the big challenge for a long time. Retromation is, I believe, the guy who did this. Like, look at this fucking game. This is beautiful. Beautiful game. This is the daily challenge. This puts you into classic mode, which changes how the game works to back to how it worked before they did this major update, which is very, very cool. They didn't have to do that, and they did, and it was awesome. But yeah. So I guess we just we start this. Oh yeah, I should explain what the challenge is. So over here, all of these like insane cats that happen, you only get one of each, and you get these statues. You get these statues for each of them, and you can activate them or deactivate them. And each one of them, it gives you a different debuff and a different buff. So, the green cat over here gives you, if you activate it, gives you no invincibility after taking damage. It removes your iframes, which is insane. That's the shit that just kills you. But you also get plus 20% luck, which is your luck. Start with +1 to both your stats. And 10% beat drop, which is the chance for you to drop a healing item when you take damage. This one, enemies have 50% more health. This one's just annoying. Plus 10% homing pigeon. There are pigeons that have these magical scrolls that have effects, and homing pigeon is your chance to get the scroll back after you use it. Mushrooms last 10 seconds longer. Those are like temporary buffs that you find out in the field. Small heartbeats do not heal. Large heartbeats heal only 1 health. This is the one that really fucks you over, aside from the other one over there. By the way, I should say probably motion sickness warning. I should probably change my stream title for that. I'm sure it'll be fine. No one's watching this. So heartbeats are the healing items I mentioned before. You also get 10% luck for this, plus 5% beat drop, and a 30% critical strike chance for the starting gun, which is this pea shooter here. I mean, it's literally called a pea shooter. This one just says more enemies, plus 10% bark skin, plus 10% luck. This one is, fuck you, there's more of them. That gets really unmanageable later. And this is the big one. They're all the big one, but still. A boss spawns every night. This is actually almost more of a boon than a debuff. You also get plus 10% luck, plus 10% jumpstart, which there are tractors in this game, which are essentially like your super move that recharge over time. And jumpstart is like homing pigeon. It's your chance to get your charge back after you use a tractor. Become energized with less tasks. As you do your farming, you can become energized to do tasks faster. And there are like upgrades that let you become energized through other means, like killing enemies. There are ones that make your energy last longer, so that you don't have to be as frantic about it. Really what this game does so well is it's got what I'm going to call an attention economy. And because what you want to do is find the upgrades that will automate the most things so that you can focus on staying alive for this challenge. Anyways, this is the one thing that I don't have. This is what you get for beating year 10 with every single cat statue on. And it's the one thing I don't have. And you may have noticed I'm on year 9 over here. And that's because I've been working my way up, beating each year consecutively with all the cat statues on. Year 1 is like easy baby shit. But with the cat statues on, it actually becomes somewhat of a challenge. Not to mention, I'm playing as Robusta because I'm a fucking masochist. And he just makes everything faster. But he does start with a drone, which just occasionally deals 100 damage to an enemy, if it hits it. So I guess out of everything, that's most of it. These are some of the other cats. Let's try and do this again. Okay. So we have our starting basket of seeds. It gives us 2 from the biomes that are going to be immediately to our left and right. I like to go to the plains first. You saw me get energized there. Oh, what the fuck? There's an elite here? Okay, so there are elite enemies that can spawn sometimes. And they just have a lot more health, and they have these special abilities that either spawn damaging, these like damaging vegetable ghosts is what I will call them. Or they give other enemies shields, which makes them invulnerable. And that's really bad for something like a tree here, which normally those elite bats don't spawn alongside, because they just limit like where you can walk safely, which is really bad for a game like this. This is a bullet hell. It is also a roguelite. It is, because that's never been done before. That's mean. This game is good. But yeah, in being a roguelite, everything is randomly generated, including enemy placements, and their behaviors are just going to be their behaviors. Fuck. Okay, Barkskin, can we clutch there? Oh my god, I can barely talk while I'm trying to do all this. But yeah. Anyways, this game gets fully unfair, and like you might sometimes just be faced with an unbeatable bullet pattern. But that's all going to depend on your positioning before that happens, and you want to play in such a way, as with the attention economy, that you are given the most chance to react that you can possibly have. These guys are called bandits. They're pretty cool, and they fire. So with each consecutive year, these guys actually fire more bullets and move faster. Not to mention they have more health. And the more bullets thing is not a problem until, like, outside of like the space they take up, until you hit the cat statues, because your iframes are gone, and so you can just take 3 damage in a row. As you can see, I'm already on 1 health because the bulls are, well, they're bullshit. They really completely fuck you over in terms of like where it's safe to run, and they have so much health. It's ridiculous. Shit. Okay, I got a hole over there. Yeah, this is the map screen. This is the plains over here. There's another layer to everything. There's like the 4 cardinal directions. But yeah, so now we're going into nighttime, which is where you have to defend your farm. So the upgrades you can see I've got are Flamingo Friend, which is it gives you some roses and makes roses grow instantaneously. And we'll get into what roses are later. This is a very good upgrade. And we also have stats up. It just increases both your stats. You have farming and you have fighting. This is my pea shooter. All of these upgrades that I have here, these are from the home upgrades I mentioned earlier. This is my accumulated luck, my accumulated barkskin chance, my bonus gun mod, like these mods right here, my beat drop chance. This is something from the DLC. It's just a flat thing for beating the DLC final boss. This is my jumpstart chance and my homing pigeon chance. And a lot of this is, it's just fixed. A lot of it is just fixed because of the progress I've made in the game permanently. I wish I had footage of me playing this game when I was first starting. I really do wish, because I want to make a YouTube video about this sometime. Anyways, I should explain what these are. This is what gives me this chance. These are the gems from the cat statues, and this is Robusta's thing. This is his thing that makes everything go faster. This is an ability called Coffee Addict. You cannot remove it. Let's go through this hole back to camp. I have a turret. I should probably use it. And now I will admit, it took me an embarrassingly long time to realize when I was first playing this game that planting crops together of the same type makes them merge if you fertilize them. And enemies drop fertilizer is the main thing. They drop fertilizer and seeds. Anyways, this is the Unfriendly Worm. This is actually a very good boss to get on your first time because it's fairly easy to juke around, especially on night 1. Yeah, there you go. And this is why it's a boon rather than a debuff. There are some things that are there are some bosses that are an absolute bitch to deal with, which I'm sure we will find as we go. Yeah, so those slugs eat your crops, and when there are no crops to eat, they start coming after you. So you want to make sure that you have crops in some capacity so that the slugs don't turn everything basically unmanageable. There's also these harvest moons that happen every now and then, and they can be really solid, like really solid, like no enemies spawn that night. They can make a bunch of aliens come to your farm, or they can make a bunch of slugs come to your farm along with the witches that they all summon. I know this is a lot of bullshit to process. How do you think it feels to play it? So yeah, we made it through the night somehow. Oh please, yes. Okay, good. So we have enough. We should have enough, just barely, to get the more expensive gun. This is going to give us 2 bonus mods to this gun that we're about to get. The shallot gun. Parsnipper rifle is terrible. I don't use it. Probably somebody with more skill could use it. But this is also going to give us +2 to our farming. Ooh, that's good, actually. Okay, so here's where the roses come in. You can either use them to buy heartbeat seeds from the scientist over here, but this gets more expensive every time you do it. It is worth it in the beginning, though. But you can also flirt with the locals. So you have watercress, you have rue, and there are more of them, but they get randomized each time, and they each give you an upgrade each time you flirt with them, and you can eventually even get married, which makes them like an NPC partner. So Gourd blocks bullets; it's a rotating shield around you, and you can also get a heartbeat seed. Now, in the early game, this is nothing. Like, this is absolutely fuck all. But in this version of the game, where large like merged heartbeats are the only thing that heal you, and they heal you for 1, and that's the only way to increase your maximum health, these are invaluable. Now, I've only got 5 roses, because I got it from the merged crop, so I can only flirt with one of them. I think I'm going to go with Rue, actually, because I could really use that 4th heartbeat seed. Now, this isn't constant. That's a really good upgrade right there. Butcher's Bayonet, it's awesome. It literally just is extra damage for free all the time. But yeah, so that's going to change next time, but she will be here now because I've started flirting with her. I'm going to leave this for now so I can save the price for later because I've already got 4 heartbeats. Let's go back. Alright, so this is Wormsy. And he was the big part of like the new update for how things work. So I can get a propagator, or I can get a saw, which lets me plant garden beds. Now, I usually go for propagator. I'm going to go for saw this time, because I want to demonstrate what saw does. So it's a plains garden bed. As you can see, I'm energized there, so that's how that works. And what that does is it's going to automatically plant my plains seeds in it. So you can see I've got the shotgun there. This takes, I believe, exactly 50 to be fully fertilized. So I can now use this hole to go back. Fuck. Oh my god. Anyways, this is a very good gun that I've got because I got plus clip size, so I'm not dealing with only 2 bullets per clip. And I can do shit like that. And it's also got plus 50% damage. Maybe some of the best ones you can get. The only thing better about this gun I could ask for is if it had the Toxic Spores upgrade, which just leaves a lingering damage field wherever the bullets despawn. It was very weird to see the elites over there, but yeah, I'm going because they normally only spawn in camps, not at those cars. Because those cars respawn every day, but the camps don't. Here's another elite. I'm so fucked, actually. So as you can see, he spawned the vegetable ghosts, and not the but didn't give that bandit a shield. So what's here is they were keeping some animals captive, so I can choose either a pig or a cow. And a cow is going to water my crops for me, and a pig is going to expand my farmland for me. I always take the cow because it's better for the early game, because you have to be close to the crops to water them, and you don't want to limit your movement like that. That's a speed mushroom. It's honestly kind of shit. It helps you get from place to place a lot faster, sure, but it's also it also makes you move too fast in some cases. And you can really like lose control, especially like it's better. I'll put it this way: it's better when you're not playing as the character that makes the game move at double speed. You can get free money. You can get free money. You can get free money from the bushes. Anyways, that was our first run. I honestly got farther than I thought I would. You get your leaderboard, all that, and a replay of what your farm looked like. And we're about to get into the pain. I'm just going to check and make sure that I'm still recording real quick. Yeah, okay, we're good. And check and make sure we're still streaming. Just real quick. Yeah, we are still good to go. Yep. Cool. And we are going to turn the capture back on. Alright, Daily Run doesn't allow you to do... It's a random seed, and it doesn't allow you to use the cat statues, so honestly it's a really nice break. I will do that if I need to. And that'll also get into something for later. So we didn't get far enough for it to appear, but there's a time capsule that can appear on the farm, and it contains some things that you had in your previous run. So that's a very cool mechanic, as it lets you like essentially prestige part of your old run into your new run and get an advantage. Get a chicken to pluck weeds for me, and that bee was just going to boost the rate at which my crops grow. Oh god, these cactuses are so annoying. Got some good roses there. Wish I had better pickup range. Ooh, this is a good mushroom. it's going to up the fertilizer drops and make it actually worth it to kill the random enemies that are around causing me trouble. Like, worth it to kill them outside of them not causing me trouble anymore. But as you can see there, with the Bandit, I took 2 damage because I have no invincibility frames. And normally you do have invincibility frames. This game gets very scary when you're playing it on the hardest difficulty. Oh, fuck. Okay. I gotta lock in. Hold on. So yeah, my mushroom has worn off, so it's no longer worth it to kill a lot of these guys. But I still do for fun. Oh! And not just for fun and profit, of course, because they sometimes drop fertilizer, but they also, I believe, over time raise your fighting stat, which helps you deal more damage. Now, unfortunately, it also makes you move faster. Barkskin coming in clutch there. Water Witching is going to be really good, if I don't die about it. Holy fuck. Okay. We're going again. A lot of these, most runs don't make it past day 1. And there are, I believe, 12 days. And it only gets harder. We're going to go plains this time. So that was the desert back there. This garbage on your farm gives you extra fertilizer. So it's good to get that on day 1 because you're going to be low on fertilizer and you need a lot of fertilizer. Especially if you're going to be farming heartbeats to try and like heal yourself and raise your max health if you're lucky. Holy shit. I feel like my eyes glaze over when I play this. It's weirdly difficult to talk and play this at the same time. I see why Let's Players are like that. Shit. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck. And see, everything's gonna despawn if I don't get back over there. So it's got this like everything, like actually getting the rewards for killing an enemy is contingent upon you actually being able to survive long enough to go and collect those rewards while positioning yourself in such a way that you're going to be back in the line of fire. It's kind of genius in its design, but this game is cruel. This is a cruel mistress of a game. We got four roses, so this run is officially viable. If we can grow those roses in time. These are the cars. Ooh, heartbeat drop. That was actually worth it. Beyond just getting rid of the area denial. But yeah. Fuck. Wow, good rose RNG this time. Yeah, sometimes it's not worth it go for something. This just adds more time to the day. It looks like the speed mushroom, but it isn't. I guess it is speed in a way. You got that time dilation. You eat a mushroom and all of a sudden it's earlier in the day than before. Surely that's something that actually happens. I definitely know drugs and have done them all the time. No! Okay. see what I mean? I didn't even see that before. There we go. Yeah, sometimes a camp will drop a random thing. Sometimes enemies can hide behind the tractors. This is the water tractor, and it's not going to deal any damage, but what it is going to do is water my crops really fast. I am kind of fucked. Oh, God. Oh, early to rose is good. That means when I harvest roses, it will give me more time in the day. Where is... Oh, it's the worm again. Good. Shoot! So the water tractor is also going to boost the rate at which my crops grow, which is going to be my saving grace for getting these roses to grow after I kill this boss. Yeah, and they actually... So the slugs actually can eat your crops all the way down. Yeah, as you can see, it's already taken out some of my cabbages. My cabbages! I'm fucked for money this time, so I'm not even going to try. But I actually have 8 rose seeds, so that's really promising. I'm so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Do it again. That's what most of the time in the hub area looks like, honestly. Just running back to the tractor really fast. So these like wet dirt spaces, they're random, and it's good to plant on them because they give you a free level of watering. And they boost your crop's growth 1 level immediately. The old fucking PBG clip. Oh boy, my cabbages reached the 3rd level of their growth cycle. Shout out if y'all remember that. Thrilling commentary, I know. Ooh, the damage mushroom, the best one, aside from the time mushroom. You always want the time mushroom because in this game, time is everything. Time is damage. Time is speed. Time is upgrades because damage is upgrades. Upgrades. Oh, and damage. Oh fuck. Damage in this case is also good for killing the elites because they really the biggest thing about them, aside from occasionally being an actual goddamn menace, they have a ton of extra health. So I just got resilience. That's one of the rare upgrades you can get from killing the mini bosses, and it's not really worth it for the type of build that is typical to this game. It just makes things grow. It makes crops grow through hard crust. See, like that. There we go. That's an earthquake scroll or a tremor scroll, and it is going to immediately till all my land and clear all of the weeds that are on it. And weeds just prevent you from doing that. And if you let the weeds get out of hand, like you don't have the upgrades to deal with that, and you don't cut them yourself, they will eventually turn into enemies much later on. This is a sunflower, and this has just guaranteed us the gun upgrade for our first town section. This guy is a bastard. He needs to die immediately. These bullets last forever, and they're a bitch to dodge around. I keep getting lucky with the worm, honestly. And okay, so the thing about the worm is he's not a menace until he is, because what he is, like the way he is programmed is he's a bunch of like individual segments that you have to destroy that are animated to look like animated and programmed together to look like a single entity. It's a fun little like gimmick boss. But it also means that each one of those individual segments, each one of those little circles, is an individual enemy that does have a hurt box. It has a hurt box and a hit box. And so, if you say don't have any iframes, then getting hit by it once can drain like most, if not all, of your health. It really depends on how lucky you're feeling if you want to like engage with the thing. But the thing is, it's fairly easy to dodge around unless you get distracted. So the idea is to not get distracted, even though I myself have some real bad ADHD. That honestly is the only thing keeping me concentrated on everything while talking at the moment. Okay, so we're on 1 health. That's not the best it could be. This is a DLC weapon. It's the Leech. It's amazing. It's going to be really good for clearing out the rest of the plains. I'm going to take this Heartbeat Seed because I have enough money for it, and I'll take a Blood Rain, which is going to partially fertilize all of my plants. Don't have any roses, so we are just going to move on. But as you can see, we have different townsfolk there. Oh, fuck, I don't have any space. That's alright. Let's go. So this is an auto-aiming, draining attack that isn't the most powerful, and importantly does 0 knockback, but it gets more powerful the longer it's on a single enemy. And it also has a unique... Now, they recognized how powerful this was, and they give it a unique ammo system where you don't... Unlike other weapons, some of which have infinite ammo, some of which have ammo that recharges over time, you can see my ammo above my head. They give it a system in which your ammo drains and then does not replenish unless you do farming tasks. And when you run out of ammo, it turns into the worst gun in the game. But foraging berries counts as a farming task, importantly. So we're going to go back through this hole, and we're going to use our Blood Rain. And you might ask, why didn't I use the Blood Rain earlier, like at the beginning of the day? And it's because I'm a little stupid, actually. We're going to place this here, because that's going to be the edge of our farmland here, and we want to, make sure it's good. Once again, thrilling commentary from one donutholebandit. Fuck. By the way, I should mention, I can't see chat because this is my first ever stream, and I don't know how to get that working yet. and get those little guys. I mean, okay, resilience is good if you're in need of just like a tiny bit of extra cash, because you can like it will waste some of your fertilizer, but it will also like that though, like the harvest of those crops will give you some extra stuff. And who knows, like if you have pigs which randomly expand your farmland, you might even be able to get something like you see these two are lined up. If we could get another two there, that like there's a chance of it appearing here but not here. So if we could like have some farmland right there, it might work. This is another boss. You might get a merge out of it, which would be ideal. But that's really the best it can give you. So this is Monster Pod. He's a bastard, but he's not too bad with the leech. There are definitely better things to deal with him with, but he leaves slugs wherever. He like does this thing where he like, yeah, he leaves slugs everywhere, and they are just going to demolish my crops here. Now, luckily, the heartbeat is kind of under the protection of the corn a little bit, and I can actually harvest that and get a little bit of health back. Yes. Okay. Got it. Good. And yeah, so it's because I have the plains garden bed that's being automatically replanted and using up one of my seeds every time they eat one of my crops. So really, it guarantees, as long as you have seeds, it guarantees that the slugs will never be a problem. Which is really, really a huge boon, especially if you can set up something where you almost have a wall around your more valuable crops, so you can have your garden bed plants protecting it. So this is a plant from up in the north. I won't be going there just yet. Honestly, I'm not going to make it there this run. But yeah, okay. I think we're done with the leech because we can get a biodegrader. This thing is a huge roll of the dice. It's a grenade launcher. The damage is honestly kind of shit, and it throws enemies all around the place, which used to be really good, but it's actually really bad when it comes to enemies can hurt you by touching you. Rusty SMG is pretty good, but it only gives me farming, and I really need fighting right now. And this also has 2 mods on it because the roll of dice could make this really good. Fire is good, but I wish I had triple shot. I can deal with this though, and faster reload is really nice. Yeah, okay. Fuck. I don't need Weed Killer, but Furiosa is a really good companion. I'll take Borage, though, because I could use the 4 heartbeats. Here we go. And I have enough fertilizer for it, obviously. Yeah, it's only really fully worth going for it if you have enough fertilizer to actually do it, like, if that makes sense. But yeah, damage over time is, oh god, I'm so dead. Damage over time is like the best thing you can have in this game, pretty much, unless you have just overwhelming power. But as you can see, it deals with the bats, like, it was that voice crack. As you can see, it deals with the bats lickety split, and okay. See, I actually used the knockback there to deal with the cow, or the bull. I believe that is the plains entirely cleared out, so we'll never have to go back here unless we want to access the 2nd level of the plains, which in hard mode I don't think is ever going to be a viable option. Like, I'm not going to be able to survive long enough to get, or survive well enough to get the upgrades I need to even be able to start to take that on. And so we're not going to aim for that. Really what I'm aiming for is being able to enter the north and the south. To the south is a jungle. There's enemies fucking everywhere. It's kind of a nightmare. See what I mean about enemies having more health? That would in normal mode, that would one-shot that guy. Enclosed areas are great for the biodegrader. That is good to know that there's a damage mushroom spot there. And I'll take that hole. Okay. Molehill, or molehole, or whatever they call it. Okay, and see, resilience has worked for us there. Hello, Monster Pod, once again. If you can deal all the damage you need before he reaches the crops, he's a little more manageable. Okay, back up to 2 health, so we have a little more survivability. I don't have to panic every time an enemy looks in my general direction. The best part about the biodegrader is you can deal unintentional damage and I'm not being sarcastic, if enemies are hiding behind other enemies, they will also get hit. It's great. That's an egg for my chickens, because they also do that. It doesn't tell you they do that, but they do. So it's good for... Chickens are also good for the early game. Like, normally chickens wouldn't be good for the early game, because they just cut weeds. And you don't have that many weeds to deal with in the early game. But, A, it's good to build them up for later, when you actually will need them to cut weeds. And B, they're going to get you a little bit of extra starting funds. By the way, the money is cashews. I just call it gold, because I'm not saying cashews every time. Like, I'll be totally real, I'm not doing that. Okay. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Now you might see me just hitting the restart button. Oh, here's the time capsule, because we made it a little farther. So it's giving us some extra seeds, and some of them we can't use, which honestly is just inventory space that is not going to be good. Anyways, that thing getting instantly grown and fertilized, that was the 0.3% chance that I got from beating the DLC boss way back in the day. And oh my god, is this run worth it? Do I? No, we're gonna continue on. I bet we can get farther than I think we're gonna get. We had such a promising start in the desert in the last run. Runs kind of start to blur together after a while of doing them, because like, and like you can kind of forget what upgrades you have. Now, luckily, the upgrades are almost all passive. Actually, I think all of them are passive, aside from like the weapons that you get. But like direct upgrades that you see on this screen are all passive, I believe. They might require action, but they are passive by nature. I don't want to deal with this. I'm wasting time. Here we go. Let's deal with these ones. I'd rather deal with these bats. Because they can give me a carrot tractor, which is just a carrot on a stick. Please don't kill me. That's a golden pupa. That's going to spawn the secret boss for the area. I'm at 30 seconds. I need to go home. Anyways, the carrot tractor just supposedly distracts enemies, and it makes you invincible for a few seconds. It's quite good, and you can stack it to increase how long you're invincible for. And this is the only tractor in the game that starts with multiple charges, so that you can stack it. There are upgrades you can get, like backup generator, which let you have multiple charges. But this is the only one that starts with it. Although backup generator does actually work with the carrot tractor. It gives you another one. And not to mention, you can get a temporary extra charge using the yellow mushroom, which recharges your tractor. Okay, so check this out. So I was a little late in hitting the button. God fucking damn it. I'm trying to, like, display aspects of the game. Check this out. What am I, Aaron fucking Hansen? Alright. Okay. So you'll notice me doing the exact same pattern every time. It's because I like consistency. And sometimes I'll fuck it up, and if I fuck it up, I might just restart the run immediately. I'll take Gourd. Of course, Gourd is essentially a random chance to block damage. Ooh, Tunneler Tractor. I will take that. That's going to let me, as long as I have a tractor charge, it's going to let me go home whenever I want. It'll let me spawn one of those holes. Got a rose from that camp, so that was good. Get some seeds here. And this guy's going to drop some pickaxes for me. Or maybe just one. Yeah, just one. That's alright. That's the kind of shit that your luck stat dictates. Is like rose drops and how many pickaxes drop from a crate. You can get, I think, up to 6. Which is pretty crazy. But yeah, usually it's just 1. And luck isn't that helpful. There is an upgrade that gives you plus 50% luck, and that does, like, 50% luck for the run immediately. And that, I always do notice, like, a significant shift. Okay, thank God I'm not dealing with too many enemies here. It's just the elite. Alright. Yeah. I'm actually going to take turret here. Because turret and drone are like automatic like shooting things, and they're both affected by the same set of upgrades. So anything that I get that increases what my turrets can do will also increase what my drone can do. And you can get more drones, which is good. Plant our roses. I might as well just harvest these. They're just going to take up space. I don't have enough things to merge them. Kill you. But as you can see, yeah, my energy is allowing me to complete farm tasks a lot faster. Yeah, the worm gets angry. The worm gets angry and doesn't slow down until we stop shooting it, which we're not going to do. Get a rose from that. Up to 2. That's not bad. Essentially, just like, you want to be able to keep an eye on everything at the same time. And that's really difficult sometimes. Because you need to keep an eye on the bullets to see what you need to be dodging. But like, this turret is keeping me from having to deal with that slug right this second, right? So that's actually some of the fighting automated. You can also get these things called scarecrows, which do a little more damage but have a very, very short range, but they also attack all around them. And then scarecrows have their own sets of upgrades, a lot of which I'm not a big fan of. I don't really like to use scarecrows. I might get one just to show off what it does, because I'm also, you know, recording footage for something right now. Oh, fuck. You know, I might as well show what a propagator can do. I'm not going to have enough money for the big upgrade, am I? Anyways, the propagator, it lets you sow a bunch of crops in a row. This is the Jackrabbit 12. It's kind of a shitty shotgun, but with clip size, it's not that bad. Yeah. So... oh my god, I should have tried to harvest that at the last second. Anyways, this goes up to 4 in a row. Like that. And you can get upgrades for it like anything else via Wormsy, which can make it really, really good, but it's a much more active system. These are Beeson. They're not super aggressive, but they do damage you. There's an upgrade that makes it so that they don't damage you anymore, and that's really helpful because it just lets you move around more easily. Like move around more freely when you're out exploring, because Beeson will always be there. They will always be there, and they always drop fertilizer, which is important. Not everything always drops fertilizer, but Beeson always do. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the Scarecrow to show what it can do. It's not ideal. I really could have used that pig, but let's be honest, I'm not beating the game, so... Fuck. As you can see, my gourd was blocking things. Anyways, this is the laser tracker. It increases the range of my turret and my drone. That's one of the things that like helps both of them. So it was good for me to pick up that tractor. Now what it doesn't affect is my scarecrow, because my scarecrow is non-mechanical. Okay. Oh fuck. So the thing is, with these upgrades, it's very much like a split-second decision-making process. God damn it, where are you? Yeah, it's this guy, of course. Yeah, it's very much a split-second decision-making process, so it's not really something I can super explain live. This guy's gonna try and crush me. I wish I had reload speed on this thing. Soft fur is going to let me energize my farm animals when I pet them, which is good. Scarecrow is going to, you know what, I'll put him here. Yeah, desert crops kind of take forever to grow, but they don't require a lot of water. Same with the tundra crops from up north. Monster pod is here. Now, very cruelly, so since we're in the first season, which is spring, it's only going to spawn spring bosses, which is either the unfriendly worm or a monster pod. But in an extremely cruel twist of fate, or twist of game design, it can also spawn something called the Spore You Know, which is a nightmare to deal with. And I honestly hope we get it so I can show just how awful it is. But if you're good at managing things and you have things kind of worked out within day one, at least for like that night, then what you can do is use the Spore You Know as an incredible fertilizer farm for the early game. So like everything has truly everything has an upside and a downside in this game. It's really, really fantastic. Like even planting crops, like the most unilaterally good thing, like having crops to plant is great until you realize you have more to scroll through on the scroll wheel. Having a bunch of crops, like the propagator, it's going to fuck up your crop like area, because you need to be fully in control and have something that is not like you need to have a plot of land that is not totally like random, because it's much more organized around like you actually being active in planting it. So this is the Rusty SMG. I'm gonna take it. Range and damage is very good, but it's a really wide spread. So this is great, but the downside is now I might unintentionally hit enemies that I don't want to hit, which will lead to more shit that's after me. I just got Harvest Moon from Chris, which means from Water Chris, which means that crops grow faster at night. That is just going to be unilaterally good. It's a very passive upgrade. Yeah, that one is like one of the few upgrades in the game that has pretty much no downside, as far as I'm aware. It does increase, like, it does mean that, like, in order to efficiently farm, like, in order to, I guess the closest to a downside that I could say for Harvest Moon is it's going to give you more to manage if you want to utilize it effectively. Fuck. Oh, I'm going to die. Chicken. See what I mean about hitting unintentional enemies? Yeah, there we go. At least those things drop a lot of fertilizer, because they're technically all individual enemies that just work together as a group. But you can see the knockback from this is actually helping me a lot with the bulls. I can just kind of keep them at bay with the spray, but then I need to be able to make sure that I am, like, still keeping track of everything else. Oh god, my speed ran out at the worst time there. Golden pupa, I'll take it. I'll take this foraging. On the lookout, on the lookout. This game breeds vigilance above everything else. This game asks for perfection. And I am not perfect. Yet. But yeah, this game genuinely, so that's going to increase my base speed a little bit. And it is going to mean that it's not really worth it to pick up the speed mushrooms anymore, because I am going to be uncontrollable. You know what, we're at 13 seconds, I will just go home. Yes, you can see the moles have leveled up because we're a bit farther now. So those are now star-nosed moles. Really fucked up star-nosed moles. This is the boss, not a nightly boss. These things normally spawn on day 3. That cast actually just makes you deal with one every night instead of every 3 nights. But this one specifically is going to drop me a cornucopia and maybe some extra bonuses. Like, I think it drops a scroll, which is good. But as you can see, I don't need to worry about defending my cross because my turret and my scarecrow have got me covered. Get that heal. I need more money. But roses are going to be more important. But as you can see, as long as you're aiming at it, you can start the task. Oh, I have a sunflower. I'll just use that. As long as you're aiming at it, you can start the task, and then you can move on and move your cursor off of it, and it will continue the task. So this is a game about multitasking, and it's a game about multitasking and management. So I think it's a pretty effective farming simulator, as well as being a goddamn insane bullet hell. And a roguelite. Like, this game is truly, like, kind of a feat of game design. And that's not even what my video on it is supposed to be about. I just think that it generally is incredible as well. I need this turret uprooted immediately. It's taking up space. That's the thing with turrets, is you need to sometimes reposition them, which adds another task, because as your farmland grows, you're going to want to be able to merge crops. And it's not always going to work for you. We're actually back up to 3 hearts. Yeah, but it's not always going to work for you because turrets or scarecrows might be in the way. But there's something called turret stakes, which lets you plant both of them on the hard crust. Do I want to gamble on the biodegrader being bad? Okay, so no, I'm going to take a heartbeat. So we made it past day 3, which means we get a festival. And did I get all? No, I did not get all the way. So, not everything, but you get some upgrades. I got herbicidal soil, that's really good. I don't have enough for this, I don't really want that. I would have enough money to gamble, but I already bought the heartbeat, which was actually a mistake on my part. Yeah, I don't really have the money for anything else. Let's just get going. But yeah, a lot of the stuff in that town area you actually have to unlock in the game, like that frog merchant that I bought stuff from. You have to rescue him, and then he appears in the town area for all subsequent runs. So there really is, like, I could just turn it on to the lower difficulties to capture footage of earlier years, and like pretend I'm starting the game, but there's no going back in some cases because they are permanent upgrades. I would need to like delete my save file, which I'll be real, I'm not doing that. I've progressed way too much. Yeah, okay, here we go. So unfortunately, your self-created holes, they don't appear on the mini-map. But that's okay, because you surely remembered where they were, right? And you won't spawn yourself in the middle of a firefight? Yet another thing to manage. Oh, fuck. Or you can be a goddamn idiot, and you can just walk directly into something's bullet. Or was that even a bullet? I don't remember. I've already deleted the information from my brain because there's so much more to keep track of. Take that. Take that. I've already exported. Okay, so we can actually head up. No, I don't have enough money. So you need to build the bridges to the other 2 areas. But I have enough money now. So you can actually build the bridges to the other 2 areas. I'm not taking that speed mushroom, but I will take this damage mushroom. This is especially good with the rusty SMG. And you have different enemies up here. You have like those snowman mages. You have a lot of the same stuff as well, but you also have instead of the trees from the plains with their like grenade launching, you have these like the tracking grenade launcher. You have instead these mountains, which will always go in a circle, but they will track how far away from them you are in order to try and hit you. So the closer you get to them, the less time it's going to take for their projectiles to reach the ground, which means the more dangerous it's going to be for you. This is Soul Crusher. I think I actually had him before, but I didn't really mention it. He's actually a boss from summer. The Spore is a boss from the fall. And he can also appear in spring, even though he's from the summer. He's relatively easy. I just got fucked over because of my own incompetence there. Like sometimes it really does feel like the game's fault, and then sometimes it's like, no, that was me. Like me not managing my energy well there. Okay, so I think that's like most of the basics. Fuck. I'm just going to kind of lock in for a minute and see if I can get a bit farther this time. Oh fuck. Oh god damn it. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I would open. It's hot as hell in my room. I would open the window, but then we're gonna get a ton of like feedback on the microphone from the outside. There was someone outside like blasting their car horn earlier. Trophallaxis means that bees now water crops. It means they water the crops that they're boosting, which means I essentially no longer require cows. And so if given the choice between a cow and a bee, I'm going to be picking the bee now. So like each thing is also going to affect the decision making you make later. Even like, and the thing is, the downside to that is that now essentially unless I have upgrades that make my cows better for me in other ways, I have like if something comes up and it's like, oh, pick this or a cow, it's essentially just, I can't pick the cow. So it's an empty slot. Because I already, like, it's already better to have bees. So I might as well take the other upgrade. Oh, goddamn, my drone hit the fucking... That's the other thing. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Okay, 1 health, 1 health, 1 health. It's gonna be okay. Oh, we're almost in nighttime. Pull. Just fertilize that. A ton of fertilizer, which is good. Roses don't require fertilizer, so they merge automatically, which is very helpful. I don't think they ever required fertilizer. And that's a genius little... That's a genius little teaching tool for the for people early in the game, because roses don't require fertilizer, unlike everything else in the game. And so what they do is I fucked up my formation. Oh well. And so what they do is they teach you about crop merging through possibly you just accidentally using the mechanic. They teach you that can happen, and you know the game encourages you already to fertilize your crops. So like it's a mechanic that they don't tell you about in any way. Like the tutorial never covers it, but you will discover it as you go on, and it really does feel like you've unlocked an entirely new way of playing. So I've just gotten cabbage whites, which are explosive butterflies that I'm going to occasionally shoot. It's free damage, and the only downside is that they're homing, and they're not homing that's controlled by you. So they might attack an unintentional enemy and get more aggro on you. But unilaterally pretty good. Cabbage whites are a great upgrade. Oh fuck, that's an elite. Okay. Get out of the trees range. That's a lot of bulls as well. Oh, I might be fucked. Oh, come on. Don't drain me to 1 health again. You can survive for a long time on 1 health. Can't survive that long. I should take the pig is only good in the early game if you have... I mean, it can till soil, which takes something off your plate, but like... The pig is good in the early game only if you have very specific upgrades for it. And I do not have those upgrades. I think with this speed upgrade, I might be able to go for the mini-boss. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. But yeah, there are very few things in this game that are unilaterally good. And no matter what, they do all require you to like adjust your play around it. So I've just gotten the Mysterious Flower, which is one of the best upgrades in the game. And what that is going to do for me is it's actually going to revive me at 1 health, 1 max health if I die. So that's really good. I just have to remember not to automatically go and hit restart when I die, and I will die. I have to remember to not immediately hit restart because now I actually have an extra life. Fuck. See, this is the spore, you know. I'm gonna try my best here. Yeah, it splits into all this shit, and they all drop fertilizer, which is the good part. So, where's the big one? I know there's one more big one. Yeah, 2 more big ones actually, because they spread. But once you've deleted all of the big ones, you only have to deal with the medium and small ones, and then continuing on to deleting all the medium ones means you only have to deal with the small ones, and all the small ones die in 1 hit. Unless you're using a really shit weapon that doesn't have any damage buffs. But the pea shooter, fully upgraded, is really quite decent, actually. There's an achievement for beating the game with only the pea shooter, and with full upgrades, it's not even that huge of a deal, especially if you're not playing with the cat statues on. If I wanted to make this game even harder on myself, I would probably say I'm not allowed to buy any weapons other than the pea shooter. But the... oh, we're flush with money. Okay. Yeah, anyways, I'm not that much of a masochist, so I'm not doing that. Plus, a lot of the weapons are really, really fun, and the pea shooter's kind of boring. I could get Shallotgun. I could also get Sriracha Soaker. I'm gonna take Shallotgun. Toxic Spores, let's go! Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Because those spores do a ton of damage. Da-da. Okay. I am wasting some time here, but I'd just rather have this fully set up. See what I mean? This is like instantly better. Oh, and I have clip size, which makes the weapon viable. See what I mean? Like, it's just a wall of damage that nothing can get past without taking a fuck ton of damage and probably deleting its health pool. Although, now that I look at it, I think they only take damage when they move through it. It's not like a constant thing like the fire from the biodegrader is. And this thing, so I like the mysterious flower because the description just says smells bad, and the what it does otherwise is it gives you fertilizer every now and then. It's like, oh, okay, that's what it is, and then you die and it revives you and it's like, oh shit, because there's a bunch of like secret shit in this game that it doesn't tell you, and so you need to just know what it is that you're getting into through trial and error essentially. And this game gives you a lot of trials. So burrowed butterfly is going to give me butcher's bayonet. See, now I just throw knives. Now I throw knives with every couple of shots. Better with an automatic fire weapon, but it's still pretty good on this. See, look at that, free damage. I'm going home. But yeah, the burrowed butterfly is going to give me. It's going to give me a cabbage white every time I till soil, which also means that my pigs are now attackers. So it actually was worth it to pick that up earlier on. God damn it, Spore you know again. Well, I got toxic spores. This guy's the real toxic spore. And his fight is a toxic boar. Alright, oh, I should be dealing with the slugs right now. I don't have any turrets. Oh. But yeah, Spore you know is a really annoying boss unless you're like super equipped for it, which you normally will be in fall when it can spawn naturally in the base game. But now that it can spawn early, you're really not beating it unless you're super like lucky and super skilled. I've only done it a few times in the early game. And it's definitely not happening with the shallot gun. Oh, come on, where is it? Where's the last little bit? Yeah, it's dead. Okay, we got gold. Flying squirrels are a weapon that have a very high skill floor, but they get like some of the best upgrades in the game. I'm gonna take the biodegrader though. Clip size? Oh, I shouldn't have taken the biodegrader. Oh, I feel bad about that one. Okay, we're gonna do our best. I'm probably gonna die here. Yeah, clip size, but no. Clip size with no faster reload is kind of is like, I don't know. It's just not super viable. Oh yeah, and burrowed butterfly also happens every time I. It also procs every time that I break crust. Oh, see, there we go. I got a homing pigeon on that. And so my crops have upgraded. That's the other thing that happens when you grow enough. You get wormsy and you get some crops. I'm going to take... Oh, I'm going to take garden beds. And I'm going to just stay at the farm this time. Do I have... No, I don't even have Adrenal Bulb. Adrenal Bulb makes you always energized when you're on 1 health, which is good. It's a good upgrade. It makes things a little easier for the state you're going to be in most of the time during max level runs. and anything that makes it just a little bit easier is fine by me. You know, I have the extra damage from my Butcher's Bayonet. I should be okay. I'm going to say that, and I'm going to eat my words in like 5 seconds. Watch this. Oh, yeah, sometimes the cars can give you bonus stuff. Yeah, see what I mean about the knockback? It also affects enemy bullet spreads for the ones that shoot bullets at you. It can really fuck you up from like what you expect. I'll take this hole back. Okay, we got boss time. And the boss can still only be the spring bosses, luckily. And it's the worm. Now, the carrot tractor also makes enemies drop fertilizer, and the worm, since it's made up of a bunch of enemies, is very good to use the... It's very good to use the carrot tractor on, because it gives you a bunch of shit. Okay, I need my heartbeats. Yeah, I definitely have enough for this. Here we go, rocket scales. So this is going to make my propagator crops, my propagators. That's going to make them, whenever I sow them, they're going to deal damage. Now, unfortunately, I only have jungle propagator. If I can get desert propagator, that would be ideal. But look at that, yeah, so they're going to deal a bit of damage every time I plant them. And the longer the line of crops, the higher the damage. And it's also increased the length of line I can make. So watch this. Or no, it hasn't. What am I talking about? Okay. Anyways, yeah, normally I go for a full propagator or a full garden bed build. But that was too close. But there are some unique upgrades, which are for when you combine the two, which I think is neato. And I might as well show off, if I can get that far. A lot of this is going to be contingent on if I can get that far. Okay, we got a festival, we got a ton of money. I'll take chill beads, because that's like early to rose from earlier. Hey, max full, let's go. Straw megaphone, spring chicken. Spring chicken is going to make a lot of difference, because it's going to turn some of my weeds into flowers, which I can like sell for money. Hey, the gambling paid off. This is also what luck affects. A free tundra bed. Yeah, no, okay, I'm not testing my luck anymore. I already have the carrot tractor, which is one of the better ones. Okay, no, I guess I am testing my luck a bit more, and I have decent luck. You are giving me the helpful worm, so I'm going to take that. Now, this is my last chance to buy a weapon at a reasonable price, but the blunderbloom and the parsniper rifle are... Parsniper, fuck that. The parsniper rifle, they're both a little bit iffy, but this, if I got it, it would give me a heartbeat. I think I will stick with... Of all things, I'm going to stick with my biodegrader. Which feels insane to say. But this helpful worm is going to trail behind me, and he's going to block bullets. But that's only as long as I am tilling earth. Which also, for the record, activates with my pigs. So that's another way that pigs, like, prove themselves. They prove themselves later on. But yeah, it's also now my worm is also going to drop fertilizer as it takes damage and loses segments. Not bad. Ooh, flamingo friend. I will take that. We all know what flamingo friend does, surely. Dude! Oh, that was too close. They caught me streaming on Twitch. And I said, I got the fast Twitch reaction time. This is a golden goose. It's a rare thing that can spawn sometimes and runs away from you. If you can kill it in time, it gives you a bunch of shit. Like, I think it gives you a guaranteed scroll drop and a bunch of fertilizer. Now, the biodegrader is also decently long range, so I do like it for that. And I think it's the double clip size that's really the boon here. So there we go. I got a jump start, which means that I can make my my invincibility last even longer. I'll take another pig. Thank you very much. Oh! Okay. There's the proc on the flower. Now it's only one. You only get it once, and it gives you one heartbeat seed for each heartbeat that you had. This is the worst way it could have gone. Old MacDonald is a nightmare boss. Oh, fuck. Oh, see, these don't even dissipate when he dies. They just remain an issue. Oh, god damn it. I'm only going to go for a little bit longer. This is more so just a test stream. You know what? Let's do a daily run. Now, you only get to do one of these... oh, wait. There we go. You only get to do one of these a day, but it's a random year, gives you double cornucopia drops, and we're going to have a lot of fun with this, I think. Now, I don't have any of the debuffs from the cat statues, but I also don't have any of the buffs. So as you can see, it's taking me more tasks to get energized, but I can also kill these guys way quicker. Not to mention it's on year 2. This is like easy baby mode. I say that, but I also like died all the goddamn time on year 1 when I was first playing the game. So, but like, look at this. This is nothing. Anyways, I think Atomicrops is a fucking fantastic game. It has a genuinely perfect progression system, which gives you, it seeds out these permanent upgrades to you at a very slow rate, so that nothing really feels like a game changer right away. But like, nothing ever feels like a game changer outside of what you get in the middle of a run, right? And the thing is, it's kind of like Monster Hunter, and I adore Monster Hunter. It's like the main thing that you are going to be, that is going to be improving is not your character, it's you. You will get better at the game, and that is going to make the biggest difference in how everything goes later on. And when you get on to like year 10 with Robusta, which is, there's no achievement even for doing the challenge that I'm working on. But like, that's the highest achievement you can get in the game, is Retrimation's Hoodie. It's for beating year 10 with Robusta. That demands you to be really damn good at the game. What I'm trying to play through, which is year 10 with all the cat statues as Robusta, which I'm playing as Robusta because honestly, the other characters kind of fuck me up with how slow they are. Just because I'm used to Robusta. What I'm trying to do demands that I be perfect at this game. And I am definitely not that yet, but I can feel myself improving. And it's not, like, some of it is luck, sure, but so much of it is skill. Like, so much of it is how you learn to manage things and how you decide to build your strategy. And it's masterful. This game is I genuinely consider this to be a masterpiece of game design. One of the only things I think is genuinely a little bit about it is the cat system that I mentioned way earlier. Because that's just it's permanent upgrades, but they're so minuscule and it takes so much to get even a little bit of them that after a while it starts to become because I mentioned before you do get these permanent upgrades, but they're not the main thing. the cat system still allows the permanent upgrades to be there, but it de-emphasizes them to such a level that they're effectively not there, which can make the game feel actually a little bit tedious and like no progress is being made, because the only thing that's improving is you now. Which I do like that, but at the same time, it's a matter of... like, what... I'm going to try flying squirrels here, why not? What was I saying? Where was I going with this? Yeah, it's a matter of, like, in the individual session, it's only going to feel like you're getting worse because you're getting more tilted each time that you lose. And you will lose a lot. But then you also... And then I can even forgive that because... Like, even through all that, I can forgive it because the game has a system for cooldowns, which is these daily runs. I started getting frustrated, so I'm doing the daily run to have a break, and since I'm going to beat this, almost definitely, now watch as I die, I will have a crazy time capsule at the beginning of my next, like, mainline run, which is going to make the next one a lot easier. And what you can do, which is so cool to me, is if you're confident enough in your abilities to beat the lower level runs, you don't even have to use the daily run. You could just do a low level run where you only pick up specific items and upgrades and like allies, and then you can customize your time capsule to like see what you start with. Because when you beat the game, you get 2 upgrades from your previous run in your next run. And so if you only pick up 2 upgrades in your entire initial run, you will guaranteed get those upgrades in your time capsule. So if you get the 2 most goated items in the game and nothing else, you are guaranteed to start your next run with the 2 most goated items in the game. So on top of everything, it's another thing to manage and keep track of. And yet it feels like you're an evil genius. Because they don't tell you about any of this, it feels like you're discovering it yourself, and it makes you feel like the smartest person on the planet for figuring out that you can do that. And I'm definitely not the first person to figure out that you can do this. I'm not the first person to play this game by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know that this game is criminally underplayed by like people on the internet. Like I looked up things about it, and I think I found one video that was above 6 minutes long. Like, nobody is really talking about Atomicrops, and I want that to change because this game genuinely deserves an award for how fantastic it is. And like, yeah, it's got a bit of a steep learning curve when you start off, but as soon as you get past that learning curve, I'm also not familiar with bullet hells, so I don't know, that might just be a me issue, but as soon as you get past that learning curve, you best prepare yourself for like one of the best game progression experiences that you can have. And when you finally manage to get on a run that tears through everything, you just feel unstoppable, there's nothing like it. There is nothing else like this game. I've never played anything that feels like this does. And I think that is absolutely worth celebrating. I'm going to stop explaining the upgrades. I'm just going to enjoy this run. I'll take Biodegrader. Ooh, there's triple shot. Hell yeah. That makes this weapon viable. Rue, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take your upgrade. Alright. And, yeah. See, this is reminding me that the game can be fun. Because oftentimes it really does feel like a chore. Because I'm a stubborn motherfucker, and it's just like run after run after run of the hardest shit that's ever been intentionally or unintentionally designed. The developers themselves, when they added all the cat statues, said that they don't even know if it's possible. Now that being said, it absolutely objectively is possible because there are people out there who have done it. But like when they added it, they didn't know if it was going to be possible, which really just felt like, I don't know, it feels like them kind of tempting fate. It's like somebody is going to come through and they're going to destroy this in like one go or something, and like I don't know. But this is one of those challenges where like the devs kind of couldn't do it, as far as I'm aware, which is always enticing. I almost never go for this kind of thing, but I don't know. This game brought that out of me. I really enjoy it, and I want to get the most out of it that I possibly can. I want to 100% complete this game. And luckily, as I mentioned before, there is no achievement related to getting this like final massive cat statue. I think it just gives you an upgrade to your luck or something, which is a little disappointing, like in terms of like tangible rewards. But here's the deal. Like in this case, I really am comfortable saying something that I'm not normally like of the opinion of. Truly beating it and knowing that you beat it and having that statue and that completed hub world is the best reward that I think I could ask for. Insta death. Oh my god. That's triple shot biodegrader for you. See what I mean about it being hit and miss? Ooh, check this out. You can merge sunflowers too. Oh my god, I killed the boss so fast. Wait, I killed the boss while it was still making its entrance noise? And since that overrode the music, I killed it so fast that it stopped the music. It never hit the trigger to play the music again. That's hilarious. I didn't know that could happen. I'm glad I got that on recording, actually. But yeah, as you can see, there is no music because I killed the boss too fast. I need this run to prove that I'm actually good at the game. I promise, I swear that I'm good at this. When it's made easier, or no, okay, when it's made its baseline difficulty. Alright. Yeah, this game can actually be very relaxing at times if you are not playing it like a lunatic. Yeah, it can be almost meditative, and I really appreciate that about it as well. This is a fun game. It's a good game. I need to fill up my water bottle. Ooh, accuracy and damage. I'll take it. Loath as I am to give up triple shot biodegrader, that's not going to be good forever. And the game does encourage you to switch weapons constantly because of the, like, using the, it does encourage you to constantly switch weapons using the fact that they all come with their own, like, stat upgrades, which you're not going to get super easily otherwise. It's a genius little system. Ooh, nice roll. Okay, and that's going to be useless for the rest of the game. So I'm glad I hit it now. Gain a tree every day. Hotwire. Actually, no, Hotwire is pretty good. I'm going to take Rue, though, because she is a much better... She's a much more useful companion than Watercress. Because she'll actually fight with you. Watercress kind of stays around and just waters your plants. And, like, moistens the soil. I don't really plant trees all that often, but they are essentially a permanent fixture that when you harvest, it doesn't go away. But they automatically take up 4 slots. Oh, it's so fucking hot here. I live in a goddamn, like, I live in Canada. It's like this stupid ass global climate change. Like, I don't know. I just want it to actually be cold here again for once. Now it is summer, but like normally our summers aren't this hot. But it's just been fucking scalding. Anyways, I now have infinite tundra seeds. So that's fun. They will just regenerate over time. And technically, I could spend the rest of the game just sitting on my ass in the farm, waiting for my stuff to regenerate. But that's no fun. I'd rather go out and... oh my god. See, I picked up the damage mushroom also gives you a bit of a speed boost. So I picked up the damage and the speed mushrooms because they were luckily close together. But, like, oh my god, this is not super controllable. Luckily, I have my iframes back for this run, so that's fine. Chicken. Yeah, I don't usually run Scarecrow. Even though a lot of his upgrades seem actually quite good. I don't know, he seems good with upgrades. That's the Cheshire Cat. Very cool. I think that's a very cool enemy. I think it's a super unique way of designing something. I don't have anything super valuable back at camp. I can honestly just... Yeah, it also gives you the option to, like, stay out during the night and leave your farm behind, which means it will get destroyed, but... It will get destroyed, but you won't have to deal with... you won't have to deal with it, and you can get more time out in the wilds, which is fun. Like, that's another choice. That's not a split-second choice to manage, because the timer is going to tick down no matter what, and you will have to make a choice on it. But we're on year 2, so it's honestly not that. It's not all that and a bag of chips. It's not all that and a bag of pain chips. Pain chips are what I call salt and vinegar chips because they hurts. They hurted. That shit hurted. Y'all remember that line? That shit hurted. Oh, fuck, that's my heartbeat seeds. Damn it. Okay, I guess that's where my next health boost is going. Good enough, I suppose. It's guarded by the turnips. Or by whatever's going to be around it next. Alright. I kind of wish there was a boss every night. Maybe I could play a run with just that one on. Because, like, that's what, like, keeps it engaging to me. I've got fucking iPad baby brain and I need to have the stimulation of fighting a boss every night or else I'm going to die! I'm going to fucking die! Oh, okay, and we have been handed our free win. Damage, rate of fire, and homing on the Spud Rifle. This is possibly the best weapon in the game. The best weapon combination in the game. The Spud Rifle on its own is just kind of alright. It's like an upgraded version of the pea shooter that when you have full upgrades for the pea shooter, it's not that much of a difference. But check this out. Your free win, sir. Now you don't need to aim. You can just dodge. It completely removes aiming from the equation, and like it lets you homing bullets. It lets you manage your farming a lot better because you don't need to aim. It lets you manage your dodging a lot better because you don't need to aim. This is why the leech is good too. But this weapon also has infinite ammo, and so I cannot help but call it the best that we've got. I believe you can, it could technically be better, but not by much. You can get a second rate of fire upgrade on it, but at that point, it's just like, what are we even doing here? Like, at that point, you're basically not playing the game. At that point, it's just a farming sim. It's like not even bullet hell. My cattle, they have turrets on. They're producing milk like crazy, each one of which is worth like 60 gold. I don't know. This run is like, I don't know. This is what you get when you take out the extra difficulty settings. Like this is what you get, and I'm also like on a way earlier year. I can actually. It's only summer. It's only day 2 of summer. I can start heading out to the second level areas. Actually get to show that off. They're just upgraded and more difficult versions of the old places, but they're fun for that. I like that. Alright, what do we got? I do some... Dead. Dead. Come on, what are you guys doing? I need you to... I need you to actually eat my crops. Oh my god. 6 cows, Jesus Christ. Now I do have to be careful not to harvest my heartbeats. No, I don't actually, because they will still heal me because I don't have that cat turned on. Daily runs be like. There's a sniper over there. I can deal with him later because his bullets don't actually travel that fast in this mode. No, I think the cattle actually got him. God, when am I gonna get more heartbeats? Because, okay, the giant heartbeats are still better because they give you more health and they let you, they give you more health and that lets you upgrade your max health faster. So I still try and go for those whenever I can, but like, I guess for an example, like, yeah, they heal you. Oh wait, no, those do give you if you fully fertilize them. What am I doing then? I should be growing small heartbeats. Those are way faster. This game's fun. Yeah, I'm sticking with this. Now, the thing is, since I got this so early, it does mean I won't be getting any more of these stat upgrades. So I'm kind of stuck with this unless I find the actual upgrades in-game. Vinaigrette is good early game, but I don't really need it now. It just means that my weeds are worth money when I pluck them. Oh, this is fun to show off. Let's see. If you have 4 trees, each of which take up 4 spaces, so if you have 16 free spaces and 4 saplings, the same rules actually do apply. Now the tree is going to take forever to grow, and if I lose it, it will just disappear. It'll be gone. I won't be able to get it back. I can get an axe item, which lets me cut it down and gives me my 4 saplings back, and I get to sell the wood. Excuse me. Oh my god. Disgusting burps. Truly awful. But yeah, yeah, you get better berries over here. But like with this weapon, it's truly nothing to fear going over here. And also with this mode on, whenever I'm on here, like whenever I'm on here normally, I'm always like 1 health, and I'm always like 1 health, and just like inching forward, barely, and like trying my very best to survive. You do get some new enemies going into the new areas, I will say, and I like that. I like that guy. He's like invincible from the front, so you have to reposition yourself to the back. It's a fun little mechanical challenge. But yeah, the amount of positioning this game asks you for is pretty significant. There's an upgrade called Duck Wings that lets you fly, and it means you don't need to build the bridges, and it gives you shortcuts between areas, and also it lets you fly over these holes here, which is very important, because that means that they're no longer barriers for you, but they're still barriers for the enemies. So they're still going to control the enemy's movement, but you need to be careful because you can no longer like slide along them. They're effectively not there anymore, except for the enemies. So you've lost that limitation, but you've also lost that reliability on like what the map looks like, which is the downside, because you need like essentially essentially perfect knowledge of what the map looks like and what you remember it looking like, and picking up Duck Wings completely changes how you can move around certain areas of the map, which means you need to come up with new strategies, because your positioning is going to be very slightly different. If you press up against a wall, you're just going to go onto the wall, and that might let you shield yourself from some melee enemies that charge at you, but it's also going to, fuck up your movement. Because you're not used to, at that point, you're not used to, since Duck Wings is such a rare item, you can only get it from bosses, you're not used to that being, like, collision you can walk on. You're used to that being a wall. And so, I don't know, it's very interesting, and I don't know how much of it is intentional versus how much of it is emergent, but, it's very interesting to me how they've managed to take this game and balance it to the point where you actually can have upgrades that are just like, oh yeah, you actually can have permanent upgrades which are just, oh yeah, plus whatever minuscule percent to this stat, and that feels significant. And you can have difficulty levels, which is more enemies, and enemies are tankier, and a boss spawns every night, and that can still be interesting, and that can still be like fun to play through. I don't know how much of it is intentional versus how much of it is just emergent design, or like how much of it started out as intentional and then how much was built on it. But like, I have to assume that the people behind this game are just geniuses. What am I doing? I don't need the wood chipper tractor. That one is good, but it's mostly better for the early game. I mean, it's good in all parts of the game, but it'll be fine. I already have so many charges for the carrot tractor, I might as well. Because if I save those up, I'll essentially be invincible for the entire final boss of the game. I could have planted more before I did that, but it's fine. Yeah, that's a second level Blood Rain spell, or scroll. And so what it does is it gives all your plants enough fertilizer for them to merge, which is another way that the game guarantees you will find out about the merge mechanic, even though they don't teach it to you directly. And that kind of thing is definitely intentional. You don't just like reach that kind of design decision by accident. So like, I guess regardless of what was intentional, regardless of whether some things were intentional or unintentional, there are aspects of this game which are genius and could not have been anything but intentional. And the devs deserve praise for all of it, but they especially deserve praise for those. This game is a feat of design. Yeah. And I promise I'll stop sucking the game off eventually. But I truly do love it. It's one of the few things that's in my favorites folder on Steam. I have like 3 games in there, and this is one of them. But yeah, I fucking love Atomicrops. It's an incredible game, and it deserves more recognition. Like, it deserves more people talking about it. Nice. It deserves more people talking about it all the time. Because I think that, yeah, that's just what it deserves. The game needs recognition, and it's also just fucking beautiful and feels great to control. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is one of the moons I mentioned. So that moon is going to chase after me. I can go home there. There is an automatic shortcut, thankfully, when you reach the second level areas. Yeah, this is the aliens I mentioned earlier. They might show up, and whenever this happens, and you have the boss spawning cat statue on, it guarantees that the alien boss shows up on this night, which is fun. Or does it? I might be lying to you there, actually. These are the witches. They cast fire spells which burn your plants and eat them like slugs, that you can put out with your watering can. And it also... Oh, they also summon crows. And what they also do is they cast spells which, like, reverse the maturation of your crops. They regress the crops to earlier stages, which means you're not going to get the yield from them as fast. And especially for some crops, like the pumpkins, which when you harvest them, they create a like an explosion around them that damages enemies and pushes them back. When you're going for like a full farming build and you need the pumpkins to proc, that's really bad. it's less just, or like when you really need the roses for the next day. But you can kill the witch, but another one will just show up. Anyways, there are also these loot lanterns, I believe they're called, that are flying around, and they appear on any harvest moon, or they appear on any moon night, or like full moon night. Yeah, here's the pumpkins. Let me give an example of this. I mean, I guess I'll give an example of it later. But once that's grown. This is a turret. It's just a better turret. Put this over here. There we go. Those guys are a nightmare, and the enemies have more health deal, because it's 50% more health, and they're already tanky, so they just become like almost unmanageable. They're like kind of a nightmare. But yeah. That's like one of the things is like, I know it was probably intentional, but like, I know it's probably intentional, but like that bit does feel like they could have maybe made it a little less unmanageable, because that can lead to some kind of unwinnable bullet spreads. Do I take the legendary biodegrader? No. This is a fun run. I'm taking it. Oh my god, triple shot. Yeah, no, we win, and we're about to get married. Anything to get out of this place. And you get the wedding ring, which gives you +4 to fighting. And now she's just with you, and she will occasionally drop a pumpkin seed, which is fun. And you can still give roses to the others, but you can't get married to anyone else unless you get the polyamory upgrade. Yeah, which is, you know, based that it's in the game. Extremely so. But I do not have it. Let's see. Instant death. Instant hell murder. There we go. See, that's like the big pumpkin thing, and the other one's released like a smaller one. Let's go to the tundra. Let me see here. Where's the bridge? Fuck, ow. Ah. Yeah, you can kind of follow the road wreckage. Oh yeah, no, I don't know why I thought anything else was going to be the way to go here. I guess I really like the Spud Rifle. Now this does require you to aim a little bit, so we've lost that boon, but like, it's so powerful. Like, Frady Furt, whenever you take damage, you drop a bunch of fertilizer. I'd rather take the damage up. Insane that a unique upgrade can be like passed over for a damage upgrade. But at this point, like, I don't know, I don't get much out of Frady Furt stats. I'll take the gourd. I don't get much out of Frady Furt. I need to heal myself, actually. I may be getting a little too overconfident. No, I don't really have anything for scarecrows. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, no, I need to be more careful. Increase my farming stat there by sacrificing some fertilizer. And gain a bunch of fertilizer back already. Oh, no, I'm a little fucked, actually. Take a hog. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, the heartbeats are there waiting for me. That's fine. See, now I'm back up to full health. Like, when you're used to playing on the ultra difficult mode, the easy modes, like, actually get a little bit boring. But in this case, it's a really nice break from doing the modes. Like, it changes what different parts of the game act as you progress further. So, like, most parts of the game are... And like, so a lot of the permanent upgrades from that you... And, like, stuff you find to, like, complete your homestead in the main menu, and get, like, the permanent, like, luck upgrades and things like that. A lot of that is, like, it's based on... It's based on things that you find out in the field. And so, as you progress... I've just realized that, like, I just had, like, an epiphany. Like, as you progress further, the other things that are... Another thing that's happening is the map is getting more consistent and reliable as the random, like, pick this up for a permanent upgrade camps are, like, dwindling in number. So, like, it actually gets... It gets more consistent. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so fucking awesome. The temptation. Okay, only one rate of fire, but everything else... Like, I think that's every one of every possible upgrade. Yeah, I'll take thick hide. All right. See, we're doing great. We're already in fall. Now this is when the Spore can show up, but I'm more than ready for him. I don't even need to search anything out. He's probably gonna be gone in like a minute when he shows up. Oh, right, I believe my fighting stat is also affecting my rate of fire. See, it's like literally going off the screen and under the map. I don't know that they intend for you to get this many fighting upgrades. Now, I don't have my instant hell murder. Sure, I'll take a scarecrow. Why not? This is essentially the desert boss, but a little bit more. Or like the level 2 desert boss. See, I'd be dead right now if that was, because those are permanent bullets around it. Oh, I can carry a second tractor. That's going to be fun. Oh yeah, this is going to get me a free Harvest Moon tonight. And you can actually save that. It stays consistent. So if you go back to it later, it's like, oh, hey, I need a Harvest Moon tonight. Then you can just get that for free when you've cleared out that camp. It's like that, and that sort of planning ahead is yet another bit of like in the moment decision making, because like after a certain amount of playtime, the instinct is just to instantly grab the rewards from any camp because you're going to need them, right? But you do need to think it through in some cases if you're really going to like go for something optimal. And like kind of no matter what, on early levels you're going to be fine. But you know, not like when you get to the higher, again, like I feel like a broken record, but like when you get to the higher levels, it is going to require more of you. Oh, I remember you. Kick your ass. I ought to kick your ass. I ought to kick your ass, mister. Now you get your mechanical behind over here and let me shove this potato into it. This stream is not all ages, officially. Oh yeah, upgraded slugs. The enemies do get stronger as you progress through the seasons, with the big turning point being fall. Like if you remember the things earlier. Fuck. Oh my god. Losing focus. Gotta concentrate. If you remember the moles earlier, they ooh, I guess I have Pumpkinhead for my Scarecrow. So that's gonna spawn pumpkins around it. And that's free money, which is really good, but it's also gonna take up space. And it's gonna take up the 8 squares around it, so it takes up a 3x3 space, which is not conducive to merging plants. So there's your downside for Pumpkinhead, which is one of the rarer upgrades you can get. You only get it from the boss flowers. Onion time. Hey, we're up to carrots. Finally, Vegan Gator. Okay, I now no longer need to till soil at all. The game is playing itself at this point. But I guess I'm also playing the game. So like everything. Oh, that's 2 heartbeat seeds, and that would be really good if I were in need of that. I've also got organic armor up there, which is a piece of HP that regenerates every day. Chill beets. What else did I get? Whiskey shot. So it charges my tractor whenever I take damage. That's fun. I'm gonna have a ton of tractor charges by the end of this. Take a blood monsoon. No, I already have a good tractor. 1 potato seed. Oy, oy, oy. Alright. The temptation is strong, I will admit, but I think... Fuck it. Oh, that's kind of shitty. Oh, because that recharge thing doesn't apply to extra charges for your tractor. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have given up my thing. Oh well, you know, it'll give a bit more of a challenge. This could make the run a bit more interesting, especially as we go to the jungle, as a certain Mr. 985 would say. God, I hope I'm still audible. I'm gonna check the recording for this later, and it's going to be the worst thing I've ever seen and heard. I can tell something's wrong. I can feel it. I guess I missed that camp earlier. Alright, these are berries you can't fly over with duck wings, by the way. Where is everything? This thing's supposed to be packed with enemies. A second carrot tractor has hit the run. So anyways, I can now get more charges for that. I'll treat this one as like my like active one, and the other one is like what I'm saving up for. That'll be fun, sure. And like the rate at which you can clear through things when you have like your build settled is insane. But on higher levels, like your build isn't necessarily going to save you from having to dodge enemy bullet patterns, because there's only a few upgrades that can actually block enemy bullets, and they're not super reliable. Plus, what you need to do there is be aware of what's going to be blocked, and therefore where you are allowed to move. Because the helpful worm, the helpful worm upgrade, it trails behind you. So that's not necessarily going to block the things that you need to be cognizant of. It's like, it's not the most reliable in that way. It's not the most reliable in that way, and so you need to be ready for that, and you need to be prepared and like able to brain think that. And the game is just spoiling me now. It's like, okay, you win. Here, take more upgrades. And since this is a harvest moon, and since I got it from freeing the moon isn't going to come and chase after me. So this literally is a free... This literally is a free night that I get to just make more progress in. Well, that's the best tractor in the game. I'm trading that out for my... Yeah, no, that's just the best tractor in the game. I am so I'll trade that out for my other carrot tractor. Very glad I have a second tractor upgrade. Oh boy. Oh fuck. Okay, no, I need to heal myself. Let's look at all the loot land. Oh my god, the eggs are going crazy. But like check this out. It's a thing that does everything except I believe it does. What's the one thing it doesn't do? I think it doesn't fertilize crops, so that's still something you have to manage. Even the best tractor in the game, this ultra rare thing, even the megaton tractor is like not reliable for everything. There's always going to be something you have to manage. And there is an achievement for dealing the final blow to a boss using the megaton tractor, which I think is very fun. Okay, so we are... Hold on. We are going to, I guess, just live out the rest of this night. Taking more and more upgrades. Because the game has decided to stop being difficult. In any sense of the word. I wish I had a weed cutter upgrade. Still, like, for the one who has that. Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, fuck me. Okay. How you say fucked up? Oh my god. Sorry, Cody Warner 05. I am so sorry. I did not see you there. Thank you for the follow. That's entirely my bad. I actually can't see the chat. I've never done this before. I will try and figure something out. Yeah, no, I fucking towed the... Oh god. Is this working? Anyways, I towed the power button on my power strip, and it just like shut off everything in the room. So we are working on getting this going again. I hope this works. Still recording. I'm gonna really hope it saved my run. As you can see, my amazing background right here. Oh god, please. What is happening? What? No, what? Holy shit, hold on. So something... Is it... Everything is gone. I'm gonna check out, like, my game files and see if there's any way I can troubleshoot this. I think the stream is over for today. I don't know when I'll be back. Hopefully this will be not the last stream. And hopefully, oh my god. Hopefully I haven't lost everything. Yeah, so... Fuck. And yes, Cody Warner, I do see you. I'm so sorry, I could not see chat. I don't know how to have that set up yet. I will do my best to have that set up in the future. I'm uploading this onto my YouTube, probably, as VOD. I might make a second channel for it, because generally my YouTube is not for super long form videos. Yeah. I'm gonna go verify my game files. Bye, everybody.